Today I will be presenting One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, directed by Miloš Forman. Miloš Forman was born in Czech Republic on February 18, 1932. He studied at the Academy of Performing Arts Film School in Czech Republic. He was part of the Czech New Wave. Michael Douglas, who was the producer of the film, offered him the job to make a film adaptation of the novel by Ken Kesey. Miloš Forman won an Academy Award as Best Director. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, a film adaptation of the novel by Ken Kesey, premiered on November 19, 1975. This film was filmed at the mental institution in Salem, Oregon. The film takes place in 1963 at an actual mental hospital. The film won all 5 major Academy Awards in the Best Picture, Best Director, Best Adapted Screenplay, Best Actor, and Best Actress. The Academy Awards is known popularly as the Oscars. The main plot: Randall Patrick McMurphy, R.P. McMurphy, pleaded insanity to avoid prison time. McMurphy is dominated by the nurse Ratched as she abuses her authority as head nurse to intimidate and punish the patients. McMurphy tries to get the patients to rebel against Nurse Ratched, to which she punishes them with shock therapy, threats, and lobotomy. McMurphy gets patients to show their personality, and he grows bonds with the patients. McMurphy rebels often throughout the film, and his final act costed him his life. The relationship between McMurphy and Nurse Ratched. Nurse Ratched is the villain of the film. The feud between McMurphy and Ratched is a feud about control. McMurphy feels that the patient should be able to control their activities and the right to accept or decline medications and the opportunity to speak up for themselves. Ratched does not let the patients have the option, and if they rebel against her, they will suffer the consequence. Nurse Ratched hurts the patients rather than helping them with her use of shock therapy as punishments. The ward party, the finale scene. McMurphy snuck 2 women on the ward with bottles of alcohol and bribed the night guard. McMurphy was planning to escape that evening with Chief Bromden. Billy had his first sexual encounter with one of the women named Candy. The patients, including McMurphy and Chief, were drunk and passed out. Nurse Ratched observes the aftermath in the morning and catches Billy in bed with Candy. The nurse threatens Billy with his mom and ultimately was the reason for Billy's suicide. The relationship between McMurphy and Chief Bromden. Chief Bromden was one of the patients in the ward who was identified as deaf and mute. Chief did not communicate with the staff or patients of the ward except McMurphy during a scene when McMurphy offered him a juicy fruit gum. The two befriended each other and promised to not escape the ward without each other. After McMurphy had attacked Nurse Ratched, she had him lobotomized. Chief is awake when McMurphy returns as a vegetable and proceeds a merciful act to suffocate him to death. Chief escapes the ward by picking up the sink McMurphy attempted to earlier in the film. The Chief breaks the window and flees the ward.